All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah soon said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. Tomorrow is the day family is going down. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas Sinister Connection. We bringing it live on Halloween, starting around 6:30. We bringing nothing but that fire. You want to be in the house. You see what I'm saying? There will be no games played. Link right down in the video's description. Matter of fact, if it ain't, I believe Ray gonna drop it in there in the chat. Click that link and be in the house. Flat out. We starting our the holiday season, the holiday season off with the lecture series. If you go to generalseti.ticketleap.com, you will see it's about 5-6 lectures already in there that's gonna take you all the way through the season. God damn it, you come up out of here, you're going to be right. Click that link. Be in the house tomorrow, 6:30, family. Become a member. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. My family, that's BPC Boss and up in the tier on YouTube member, Sarah Soon Seti page, BPC Boss and up. You get to see it free. All you had to do is come to the page tomorrow. It'll be right there for you, family. I'm a family out there, Patreon, intermediate, scribing up. It'll be on my Patreon page for you. All you have to do is go to the page, and it'll be right there for you. And these are the perks that you get, family. Plus, and I'm going to be stacking it up for the family. Believe that. You see what I'm saying? Family on YouTube, come back. In a day, I'm going to have you in there fat. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be like, damn, the brother dropped it in there. Okay, then. That's what I say. All right, family. So become a member. All you have to do is click the link, says join. You'll get an introduction video, rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence on the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage. Continue to advance. That's right, family. It's going down. King Seti, bring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. And at this time, we got 25% off selected items. I got the herbals on the way. I got your herbals on the way, family. I know the season, and I got you some of them strong ones that's going to get you together. I got them. They on the way, so just keep looking, and most definitely we'll be on deck real soon. We also got the home decor accessories for every room in the house. KingSeti.com. Going over to the General now. Going over to GeneralSeti.com. Seti University, over 1,200 videos of pure heat. You already know what it is. Not only do you got the General, you got the Grandmaster teachers that I'm incorporating into the curriculum, plus an overview from the General. Is no site like it nowhere on the planet. Come on, go check it out. When you see all that power, you can't do nothing but join up and get in there and get that work. Ain't nothing but work, family. And the curriculum is from the General, man. We got some powerful things going down in 2024. Stay tuned. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Become a member today. And you know, Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. I'm going on live tonight. You understand? We've been stacking that Patreon up with them live exclusive live stream. Ain't nothing but fire. All you have to do is check the resume. That's all you got to do. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University is the library. Patreon is the lecture hall. When you're ready to see it live, when you're ready to see that extra fire, hot sauce, you got to go to Patreon. Get over there because I'm going live tonight, and then get access to all, it's over 250 live streams, family. Exclusive. Get over there and get that. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. Comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking today with this video right here. We talking about the ancient African giants the Nephilim of ancient Arabia that nobody talking about because you ain't doing no research. You ain't doing no research. You see, they not, and they keep it hid from you because, if you do too much, you're going to find out it's you. You see, now, who are these giants that we talking about? Nah, they're mentioned in the Quran. See, they're mentioned in the Quran. And they're referred to as the Adites. Adites. We're going to deal with that. The Adites. And they were said, in lore, in Arabian lore, to be giants. You see, to be giants. Now, they always looking for a way to get a credit to an Arab. You see, but I got the documentation from the Arab scholars that crush it and say, because we got to deal with this, because we're not dealing with the frequencies. We don't want to deal with the frequencies. When I give you these terms, matter of fact, let me get this up here. Let me get this work up here. I ain't got time to play with you. Let me go and get this work up here. Go and get this work. Okay. Okay. I believe this it right here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. That's one now. Let me get that one on in there. Now, see, the thing is, now they refer to them, now they pre-Islamic, okay? Now, even in the Quran, they speak that they were there in ancient times and that they built a city. They call the city Irem, I-R-E-M. You can look it up. They call it the Atlantis of the Sands. You see, the Atlantis of the Sands. Now, right here, you looking at Himyar. Now, Himyar is supposedly a Hebrew kingdom that existed in southern Arabia before Islam. See, when you talking about that southern area, you talking about the Sudanese, you talking about the Nubian, you talking about the Ethiopian. We talking before any mixture. Okay, we talking about pre-mixture. So you talking about, you talking about that black Sudanese up and through there. You see what I'm saying? And so when you listen to the term Himyar, see, you have to understand, number one, that when you're dealing with those so-called Semitic languages, that they do not have vowels. So they play with that. So it's Himyar, but it's also Ham or Kam-Yar. You see what I'm saying? It denotes black. You see? It denotes black. Now, not only, wait a minute, do I got that other one they got in there where they call it, let me see. I put it in there. That Kush. Wait a minute. Over there, because they got it in the ancient Indian mythology too. Here it is right here. See, I got this one from Drusilla Dungy Houston's book. You see, where you see that Kush Dwippa. Dwippa is like a region. You see what I'm saying? A region. So you can see that they had already identified that area that you call Southern Arabia, but you know, even when you talking about Mesopotamia, Arabia, even that you know, they want to try to run from it, that Indus Kush area, this whole area. The Kushites sailed up in there and established those colonies that you see there today. Okay, and we got to be clear about that. You see, so what you see there today ain't what they're, you know, and I was looking where they didn't, you know, they didn't found, you know, these they are like symbols made out of stone in Arabia that you can only see like from the sky. You see what I'm saying? And so they have located, and they know damn well that the Arab ain't had nothing to do with it. He just is in goddamn awe of how it got there as the damn Caucasoids. They're down there doing the research. You see what I'm saying? And so now the thing is, then we're gonna tighten it up before, and we're just touching on it a little bit. You see, now in Arabic, now you got they refer to as the Adites. So if you want to look it up, now the Himyarites, they come after the Adites, but the Himyarites is still out of that, you know, earlier African presence that was in Southern Arabia, in Southern, what they want to call today Iraq, Iran. They wasn't over there yet. Okay. They had not crawled out the caves yet. You see what I'm saying? They were still up in the cave. That was goddamn when they were chasing that Osama bin Laden. That's the first place that motherfucker ran. And that's where them goddamn Taliban motherfuckers, first place they ran, motherfucker ran right up in them caves. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't been in them caves so long that when they went up, they couldn't even find them and shit. Them motherfucker could have been in Mongolia some motherfucking way. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, ain't no finding them. You know, you go up in that motherfucker, you better be, ain't no telling what you see up in that motherfucker. It'd be like goddamn Lord of the Rings up in that motherfucker. You see? But you know, the term that they have for black, Adham. See, we not listen to that. That's Arabic. You see what I'm saying? Adham. I'll show it to you again. Means black in Arabic. Right there. There it is right there. There it is right there. Adham. You see? And so you see the Ad and you see the Ham. And so what they try to do then, so these Adites, they refer to them as giants in the Arabic mythology. They speak as if they were Nephilim. You see that they were Nephilim, and this is what when you start talking about in the so-called Bible, and see a lot of time, and when they talk about these, we talking about the minute bowls, and you know what I'm saying? And, we got some tall, a lot of tall, nations in amongst our people. And so obviously, a lot of these tribes populated in Arabia, even along the Nile, and many of them are there today with the Watusi and many more. You see what I'm saying? Giants and shit, 7'5" and shit, and this, that, and the third. Some even up to 8 feet, went over 8 feet. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. So the thing is, when you see, you have to understand, when you see Elohim is Elohim. That's just like when you see in the Bible, when they say Abraham, they spell it with an A. They spell it with an A, Abraham. But then in Arabic, they spell it with the I, Ibrahim. You see what I'm saying? So the I and the A is interchangeable. So you see Elohim, you see Elohim. And so when you see Ham, you know that it's black. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want you to know that God, the living black God. You see what I'm saying? The Almighty. You see, of black divinity. This is what we're talking about. And so if you don't know the terminologies and the etymologies. You understand? And we can back this up. We can back this up going, I go right off into their books. You understand what I'm saying? That the the arm, the charm, all of that is interchangeable right inside of the biblical text. You see what I'm saying? Right within the biblical text, because even right here, when you go into the Calmix dictionary of the Holy Bible, you see right there say harm or charm. You see what I'm saying? But it's also, just like they say Bethlehem. But they use the E. You see, they spell it Bethlem, but it can also be Ham. So, Beth is house, Lee of, and Ham, house of the black. See, they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. You see what I'm saying? Because this is where Jesus was born. He was born, and we understand that that's solar mythos. You see what I'm saying? You see, we understand that's solar mythos. You got the anthropomorphic understanding, which is a human, where they created it so they can have a story to, just like, Aesop fables and this, that, and the third. A lot of it is cosmological. You see what I'm saying? And once you see where in the Bible where it says, out of Egypt, I have called my son. When Jesus supposedly fled in, and when I say this, I want y'all to understand. When I say I want you to understand that it's cosmological, but I'm saying it in the anthropomorphic so you can understand what they trying to hide, the parables that they're using. It says, out of Egypt, I have called my son, but you understand that also Egypt, Ham is another term for Egypt, which is black. You see, and when you understand that son, S-O-N, is the same as S-U-N. You see, On, the city of On, the city of the sun. You have to understand it's the same, Aton. And you see, sometimes they spell it A-T-E-N. Sometimes they spell it A-T-O-N. On, solar. You see what I'm saying? So when it says out of Egypt or out of blackness, I have called my son, you have to understand that's creation. See, you looking and say, man, this nigga said he said out of sea, but you got to understand that it's also the S-U-N. And in that sense, when they say Ham, which is blackness, they talking about the black hole. That's what they talking. So out of Egypt or out of blackness, hear me out, I have called my son, the S-U-N. You see what I'm saying? So you don't understand that really up under there is the cosmological letting you know what it is. You see, in a lot of these words, it's frequencies, they're mantras, and you understand what I'm saying? And they don't want you tapping into this energy and this frequency. That's why they damn, so when you found out Naga or nigga, and they tried to give you the definition of something that was lowly and this, that, and the third, and then you fucked around and ran into general setting, and I ran it down on you how it's all around the African world, and it's symbolic of divinity, eternal immortality. You see what I'm saying? And so, the white man, he ain't gonna never, why would he support you in doing something, that's gonna benefit black people? When the fuck had the white man ever did something to benefit you, nigga? You ought to wake up out of that. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, when you have to look it up. You see what I'm saying? So they say that these Adites were Nephilim. Now, in the Bible, see, when you talk about Mizraim, you see the Eem, and another thing about the Eem, you see, when you see that Eem, it's heavily within, used within the African bloodline in the Bible. Not so much, you don't see it. Every blue moon it pops up, but heavily used. And the Eem, it denotes giants or angels or descended from angels. You see, and they were referred to as the sons of God. They were referred to as the sons of God, the Nephilim. Now, Egypt, Mizraim, gave birth to some giants. Because the Philistine, now we got to listen. Now you got to, these is just parables, and some of them are frequencies. You understand what I'm saying? They letting you know something. You understand when you speak, you see what I'm saying? And you hear it. You see that yam, another term that they use. See, they don't show you that, but and you can look it up. Do you know the ancient term for Yemen, which we talking about Southern Arabia, is Yam? Y-A-M, look it up. That's the ancient name for Yemen. Look it up. Yam. Black. See, it don't make no difference whether it's Ham. It don't make no difference whether it's Cham. When you go in different areas, they have, the consonants, but that suffix, the root, the foundation that gives it the frequency. You see what I'm saying? It's the same. So the ancient term for Yemen is Yam, okay? And these Adites were in there, and the Adites were giants. And in the lore of Arabia, they were referred to as Nephilim, you see, and watchers, you see, because the watchers were, they were sent down. They were supposed to look over, and protect humanity and make sure that they didn't go astray. And somehow they end up, mixing with humans. But, that's just a story. You understand, to show you that we're divine. That's all it is. That's what it boiled down to. That is, we are looked at as ones who have descended directly from the heavens. This is what we say, even in the Kemetic, even in the Cushite, that, Ra and Osiris descended from the heavens, and we are direct lineage of the blood of Osiris. Every king that ever sat on the throne was direct lineage of Osiris. You see what I'm saying? So it was a divine kingship, the first divine kingship in history, where it was ordained by the Most High that we rule, and not only that we were the direct blood of of Osiris, of Ra. You see, we were the direct son of the sun, Saraz, son of the sun. So you was direct lineage. And so when you look at Mizraim, you look at Elohim, you look at Nephilim. And so when you look at in the lineage of Egypt, Mizraim, even the Philistine, you see, even the Philistine were the grandchildren, which you talk about Goliath. He was of the bloodline of Egypt. A lot of people didn't know that, but he was. The Philistines were the grandchildren that were in that land. And the Canaanites that were in that land were also giants. And they said that they were the descendants of the Nephilim, the angels that had came down from heaven and had intermixed with humans, and they created a giant race. And they call them the Nephilim. Where they say the Philistine and the giants, the tribes of Canaan, were direct descendants of these Nephilim. You see what I'm saying? And so, but even when you see when you say Nephilim, that's Nephaham. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. You see, the way that they spell it. Sometimes when they spell it Nephilim, they will put the H on the end of it. It'll be Nephilhim. The M denotes black. Okay, I just want y'all to know that it denotes black, and it denotes divinity, and black and divinity. You see, and so they didn't hear it. And like I say, as we move forward, I'm gonna bring the receipts, just like I show you, straight out of their books. You see, I'm gonna show you where through etymology that's what that is. That I'm not just making that up. They understand that to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So they not dumb, but they don't, you got more knowledge than what they thought you had, and so they don't want to put that information in there. You see, now the crazy shit about it, because when we start talking about these Adites, you see, we start talking about these Adites. Let me go back down here. Okay. They say, in the Quran, they try to make them seem, because they were so great and they existed prior to the Arab. And I got Arabs, I bring the shit to you, and it cracked me up. You understand what I'm saying? Because this one Arab, he was going upside the Arab's head, talking about they know they ain't from no Ishmael. They know they ain't from none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And even when they talk about the Adites, I got the Arab up there. He say they was from the children of Ham, that they were from the Hamites. So I say, damn, I know that hurt when their own people come out there and say that. So they know that the original peoples of Southern Arabia, and because you see, the thing is, when you see the Himyar, which is Hamyar, and then you can go right across the water, and they over there playing games too. You see right there, what? The Himalayas. See, Himyar and the Himalayas. See, they want to use the I, but they don't want to use the A, because they know, and you got the Hindu Kush, you got the Hindu Kush, you got the Himalayas, and you even got you got the Mauryan. They even got a Mauryan dynasty in goddamn India. It's so many words and I use that to show y'all that, this is one culture, that the foundation of even that Indus Valley, because you see that it started, all of them is in the south, Southern Arabia. They say is the true era. Even over there right now, you see, they say Muhammad's tribe, the Quraysh, came from Yemen. So they say that the Yemenites are the true Arab, but we're not talking about the one over there, the dusty one that then went over there and he didn't, they didn't mix in with all the, you know what I'm saying? They didn't, the African, and there's probably still some over there hiding some damn where. You understand what I'm saying? But for the most part, they didn't end the mix with them Arabs and shit over there. So you look today and you say, oh, no. We talking about Sudanese. We talking about Sudanese, the early Sudanese that look like they straight up out the Sudan, coal black. That was the true, peoples that populated that area, even in woolly hair. You see, woolly hair. That's why when you see today, you see they got that group over there. You go on online and they got that group. They call them the hippie Buddhas. They call them the hippie Buddhas, right? They call them the hippie Buddhas. And they go over there and they do hair and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't put the wig, they got some nigger perms and shit where they can turn their goddamn hair woolly and shit. They say those Arabs say we still in their history. They know they're a goddamn lie. Any Arab at any given time, they want to sit down, you understand what I'm saying, and have a talk, we can talk. We can talk. They are goddamn, I done seen them on their line. Well, what you expect them to do? They ain't, what you want them to go back up in the cave and shit? They ain't got nowhere to go, man. They're just like, you let your family come in, motherfucker ain't got, motherfucker sleeping on your couch, they ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah. Yeah, well, but that's you know, when they talking about that East out, see, that's why you had to tighten them niggas up, because them niggas up there in East Africa, they didn't bled in with them. So you can't let them niggas speak. You can't let them niggas speak. You got to get on their head. They you know, they just like, you know, the Coptics down there in Egypt and shit. See, they didn't, if you read Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams, he talks about that. That them the kind of niggas that open the door up for the Arab and for the Greeks and for the Romans. Yeah, and that's why they put them there. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they put them. So when they get to talking about all that Habashia and they get to talking about all that Sabaean and all that shit, see, I tighten their ass up. That's why you must emphasize that the ancient Ethiopia is Sudan. And though, you know, I hate to, you know, I don't hate to do it, because that's your way of closing the door on them niggas on the Horn of Africa that are willing to open the door up. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when they talk about, and we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna come right back. We're not done, family, and I'm gonna touch right back on that. So don't you go nowhere. I'm gonna touch right on the fact that, you know, they say Muhammad ran to Ethiopia. Well, what the fuck he run over there for and shit? And they gave him refuge and shit. And then as soon as Muhammad died, the Arab came right and ran niggas all over Ethiopia. They got you know, they got Islam in southern Ethiopia. Matter of fact, goddamn it, Ethiopia gonna be predominantly Islamic in a little while. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be predominantly Islamic. They're gonna take that motherfucker over. Them goddamn Muslims done ran them niggas that are all over Ethiopia. Ethiopia didn't have more on the continent. You know why? Because they had to pick their shit up and take off, because them goddamn Arabs and shit was running their ass all over that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? They had to go up into Lalibela. They was up in Lalibela where you see all them damn rock churches. But yeah, you got to look at them earlier ones. That's, you know, you see the cross and all. No, go over there where they got them ones that look like fortifications, where their ass was locked up in there, and they got all them what they call them, where, you know, where they could store water and shit, and, you know, I believe they call them cisterns or whatever and shit. So even if it rained, that they could collect water and shit, and this, that, and they could, you know, they can lock themselves up in there, man. It's scandalous, man. This scandalous and shit. And so, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Don't you go nowhere. We coming right black. This is General South. What I say, I know it hurt. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. But you got to take the pain to get the truth. If you ain't going, if you're gonna read and everything gonna be glorious, no, we cannot do that. We got to drop the truth so that we can stay in control of our legacy. If we let these niggas stay in control, we in trouble. You ain't gonna have no place, because they don't want to accept your ass. So you got to have the truth and let them know, goddamn it, we throwing nothing but daggers. And when it come time, you know, you can cry, you can lie, but if you come up against the truth, your ass gonna die. This is General Sarah Soon said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. We coming right black. Don't you go nowhere. That's right. Tell them, Ray, this shit ain't for entertainment. This is truth. And like they say, truth hurt. Black power.